What happened to my love of reading? Now, this is something that I am not sure exactly how it happened, but I have some theories. So I used to read quite a bit. Now it did depend on if I was really into something or into reading or whatever. But um, at some stages of my life, I read quite a bit, and have considered myself a reader. I would say my reading speed was very decent. My comprehension was good. Always scored better at that in testing than I did on, let's say, something like math. Although my best category in math, I think, was the word problems because I could process language well, and it computed better to my math brain probably than some of the other purely numerical type problems. But my love of reading. So I found I want to say in the last 5 years or so, maybe, I'm not sure, plus or minus, right? That I I don't have, and maybe especially like in the last 3 years, like I do not have a lot of desire to read most of the time. Now, is this because other entertainment forms are so ubiquitous that I can easily entertain myself that way? And so I don't have the attention span anymore to settle in on a book? That's possible. But I have an alternate theory. And my theory is that since I am constantly reading throughout the day as a part of my job, I'm staring at the screen reading things basically. It's what what I do for my living, and obviously coming up with stuff. And I work with pictures and video as well, so it's not just reading. But my work involves a lot of text. I'm doing a lot of reading, a lot of thinking. It's very generally very kind of active thinking. It's not it's not like some jobs where you're sitting on a tractor and just kind of letting the world roll by, or some other type of kind of manual labor where using your muscles is the main thing, and your mind is not heavily engaged in the work that you're doing. Whereas my work is very mentally, um, it requires really a fair bit of mental focus. So my theory is that by the time the evening rolls around, you know I've already I've already thought, I've already done, like my desire to sit and read has disappeared because of how mental my work is. Now, that could be untrue. It could be that the entertainment hypothesis, that I'm just too distracted by entertainment, is more accurate. I don't know for sure on that. Um, However, it's not that I don't at that point want to consume information, but it does tend to be fluffier stuff, sports news. Now, sometimes I'll get interested in this, a theory on business or a special skill or element of business, and I will dial into that and listen to things about that in the evening, maybe. But for the most part, the relaxation I'm doing is audio and video. So either listening to video or watching video is generally my preferred form of entertainment in the evening uh, or weekend compared to reading. Now, another factor I think that does play in is that I have found that reading can be more enjoyable for me if I'm using reading glasses. So I'm at that stage of life where, you know, some print is starting to get too small for me, depending, what it is, or not maybe too small in some cases to read, but I can't read it quite as comfortably. So in the last year, I did make it through a very fat book about Warren Buffett um, using my reading glasses, and I discovered that maybe I don't dislike reading. Maybe I just haven't been able to read as easily at night. My eyes are tired from looking at the screen, and just having some glasses makes a difference. So um, I think that is also plays into it, but I do think that there's more to it than just age. So anyway, it's kind of curious. I don't love that about me. Like I do idealize. I think being an avid reader. I think there's lots of good books out there. Kind of wish I was reading them, but at the end of the day, you have to find something interesting. You have to be interested in it. And if my bandwidth is sort of kind of gone for if it's maybe too close to like work type things, then my bandwidth maybe is not there for that. So anyway, might be some changes in my life coming up that will actually give me more bandwidth for some of that stuff. We shall see.